I just wanted to make a video doing this particular holster because it's been a while since we made a holster making video. And the guy I'm making this holster for is a local guy, and he wants a Glock 43X, which is the same fit as a Glock 43. The only difference is the 43X is the grip's longer. So he wants a holster, outside the waistband. Man, I'm glad I checked that. I thought it was inside. With this material, okay? And he also wants a single mag pouch. Outside the waistband, left side, bullets forward. Some guys use their mags with bullets facing back. So, whatever you're coordinated with and makes you quicker, that's the way you just go with it. But most people go bullets forward. So we're going to make this, so I don't get off topic. And I just want to show you how it comes out. As you see, this is a really nice mold. It's for a Glock 43 TLR 6. That's what he wants. Right. Yeah. So, like I told you, I always try to tune my molds. The mold itself, for me, doesn't fit good enough. So I just do add a little this, add a little that, create a little bit more space where I think it needs to be. And it just has a really nicer fit. There's lesser drag, there's lesser wear on your slide. And that's just what I do, and it seems to work good. So let's get this going. So I got my 8x8, I just cut it. And what I'm going to do is, the back I like to use black, and the front I use the print, of course. And it gives it a nice contrast, okay? It's a nice combo. So that's how we do it. And of course I do the back first for the back piece. And this is going to be for the mag pouch. So what I try to do is, I don't like anything cold, especially now it's the winter time. Cold is your enemy if you want definition. So what I do is I put a clamp on here while I'm getting everything else ready, because this is hot. And I get the mold and I stick it in there like a friggin' pizza. Okay, so that'll keep that nice and warm. And then also, this part is cold, okay? So I'll get a heat gun or hair dryer and just make it room temperature. Because this cold, when you put the Kydex down, it's going to cool it too quick. And that's what you do not want. Shut off. Another thing I like to do, all these little extra steps only take seconds. And the end result is always better. So, perfect preparation ends in almost perfect results, right? Preparation is everything. So what I'll do is, just to make sure there's no other color dust in here, because once you put this down and you put this in there, anything on here that's a different color will bake into this black, and it is a pain in the balls to get it off. You gotta sit there with your fingernail, and sometimes you can't get it out. So what I'll do is I'll do this first. Make sure there's no other, because I had FDE going here. I wanted to make sure, sometimes just from around the shop, the dust will blow in there. All right, so I'm gonna bring this down, get this going. I'm not gonna show you every step because you've seen videos like this. And moving on. Something else I wanted to show you that I do. This thing's gonna beep in a second. I elevate this whole thing with wood, so the air can escape faster. The faster the air escapes, the better definition you get. All right, another thing I like to do is I have a fan up here blowing on here to help cool it a little faster, just so it don't waste a lot of time. Also, what else I like to do is, before I bring this down, is blow with the air compressor, make sure there's no particles in there, so it has a good vacuum. And you can see that over here in this needle. If for the pressure does not move at all. You do not want that to move and lose pressure. So sometimes it does, and usually it's because there's a little piece of dirt you can't see. So just to show you that too. So I'm going to turn my fan off. Remember, this ain't a how-to video because I'm skipping a lot. I just want to show you the extra little things I like to do to make the holster as best quality as I can. And the material I use, I try to order the best I can find. And I only use 180 because 160 is 160. 080 because 060 is too thin. Over time it will crack. I've learned that lesson when I first started doing this. And the worst thing I can't stand are callbacks. Because it leaves a bad taste in the customer's mouth. You don't want them to lose faith. You know, but if it happens, take care of it immediately so they give you a good review. Now I'm going to put my pattern on here, and I got to make sure it's facing the right way so it ain't upside down. So I got to, you know, take my time and do it. Make sure everything's facing the right way. This is the tension screw base here, and I make sure it's a little big. I don't want it too small. I don't know why, it seems to work better. Now I get this stuff. I can get it off here. Make sure it's the right way, and it is. And right about there. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is check that gauge, make sure we're not losing pressure. Looks good, it's nice and still. So what I like to do while it's hot is go around the edges like this to give it a nice clean, you know, outline, a lot of definition. I'm a definition nut. That's what makes me happy when I see the holster come out. Because it makes it look so nice. And there's a lot of competition out there, and there's some nice holsters out there, and you know, you're competing with them. So eventually this will lose air over time. I never got it to where it just like stays like that forever. It just doesn't happen. But this place is small, so there's dust everywhere all the time. Alright? So there's the rough. As you can see, it has enough definition. I always like to get more. I'm always trying ways to mess around with this vacuum press to get it to suck harder. You know what I mean? So there that is. That's the rough. Okay, I think it's looking pretty good. It's still rough, it's all cut out, all the holes are drilled. And then there's my tension screw. Now the thing with the tension screw is, if you don't put Loctite on it and the customer don't keep an eye on it for a while, you end up losing it. And I had to keep sending people screws sometimes. So what I do is, I blue Loctite it, and then I put it where I think it fits perfect but not too tight. And then they could adjust it themselves when they get it. But sometimes the blue Loctite holds tighter than you think. So that's why I always use slotted posts in the back. So you can put a screwdriver there, hold it, and then turn the screw at the same time. Alright, now the finish work's going to kick in. Okay, there's the finished product. Seems like a really good fit. They make a little indentation here so it kind of clicks in or thumps in. It's not going to click hard because it's a light holster. Okay, so that's it, man. Hope he's happy with it. Came out good, I think. As symmetrical as I can get it. And I just look at this space and this space, this space, this space, and I try to make sure they're as perfect as I can get them, you know, from the edge, away from the edge, the same. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video, and just remember, the website has been completely revamped. It's been it's better, it's more organized, it's easier to navigate. You're really going to like it. It's just so much quicker when you're checking out, and you have a lot more options now with colors and belt mounts. You got the wing option now. You have the mono block steel clip option, which is this one, and it holds on for dear life, as you can see. It's a great clip, and I'm really stocked up on them because people like them every time I put them on the holster, so that means I gotta have them. Alright, thanks for watching guys. The link's under the video for the website. I appreciate you guys' support.